Hey everybody, I'm Tyrese Smith. Now this past weekend had tons of events in the UP. Soccer matches, football games, volleyball games. It was great. So let's talk volleyball. The Westpac tournament was a little different due to teams dropping because of their schools closing COVID-19. Very unfortunate. But the event still happened and it had an impact going into this coming weekend with the next part of the Westpac tournament. So let's check out what happened. It was empty stands, and that's something I just can't get jiggy with as Gwen plays Nagani best of 3 for the right to proceed to the next match. In the third game, score tied at 1, but not for long. Right here, Jordana Hardy from the left corner. She's coming in hot, folks, like hot wings at Buffalo Wild Wings. And she got Model Towners the point. 2 points later, game is tied. And Miners, they're going to go ahead with a nice shot over the net. And Gwen, they're going to have to regroup just a little bit. But the senior Tiana Taylor with the hit, and no Miner was in the area. And that point goes to Gwen. Now, keep your eye on number 12, Natalie Bell, in this sequence. The little runaround shot, it got Gwen off balance, and it got Miners the point. Great strategy right there. Later, tight contest as the first team to 15 advances. Miners' chance to do something, and a net violation. It's going to get Nagani another point. Moving on, Gwen leads 13-8, and Miners have to do something, so a shot all the way around, but everyone's scrambling, trying to keep it in play. Eventually, Gwen responds, but Miners, they can't do the same as Gwen wins the best of 3, 2-1, and they moved on to face the Westwood Patriots in the second set. Gwen won the first one, 25-14. Tiana Taylor with the save almost hits Ilana Mailu, but it doesn't. They get over that. Westwood couldn't respond. Gwen's point. Later, Pats with the serve, and Gwen with the violation again. Just gets Westwood another point. A lot of violations from Gwen in this. Later in the set, Westwood leads 14-18, holding their own in the second game. But Gwen trying to make a comeback. Senior captain Haley Beauchamp with the heat that the Pats couldn't handle, and that closes the point gap just a little bit. Still a tight contest as Gwen leads by a point, and the setup for Tiana Taylor right here in the left corner, they love to do this strategy with her. But this one had a little too much elbow grease, and that point goes to Westwood. Very next sequence, Gwen with the serve. Patriots have been very good when it comes to responding after Model Towners get a point. Game has been very competitive. Steeler Ilana Mailu with the clutch shot here to put Gwen ahead, and Gwen will sweep the best of 3, 2-0, move on for better position in the weekend's tournament. Calumet. Now, on to the big football matchup from this weekend. It was the Jets and the Lakes. They've been dominating 8-man games this season, and it was only a matter of time before those two faced off against each other, and boy, was it fun. Number 4 ranked Lake Linden Hubble is hyped. You can see here in the snow as they host the number 2 North Central Jets. Jets very offensive, first offensive play. It's not going good with the snow. Fumbled the ball on the ground, but Jets recover. Where it's going to be in the same drive, and Luke Grzinski gets the snap this time. Looking to his left, and he likes the Boost Mobile family player connection with Ian Grzinski for the big gain. Gets him close to the goal line. A few plays later, Luke takes the snap. He's going down the right side, and he sees daylight, folks. He sees the end zone. He smells it like my mama's peach cobbler, and he gets in there for the score. They couldn't get the 2-point conversion, making it 6-0. Lakes turn to respond. Caleb Klein with the solid carry down the left side, get them out of their own end zone, and it gets a little bit to the 30-yard line. Now, very next play, Lake Linden Hubble looking to pass, but the ball is blocked, and it's intercepted by Carter Emacher, who takes it all the way to the house. That's a house call. Touchdown, folks. Jets are up 2 scores early on. Going to move later into the quarter, and Lakes, they're trying to come back, and great defense could definitely do that. They stop Grzinski right in his tracks. Now, into the second, Klein with the ball. Nice little stop move, and he gets past defenders, hobbling over people in the snow, and he gets them in great field position. Lake Linden smells the end zone, but the turf smelt the ball as they fumbled again, and Jets recover. Moving on, North Central with the ball, Grzinski. And I mean, Luke is looking for his brother, Ian. That family pan connection is a lot of, hey, that's a big bill, but it works out for him. What a great catch. Few plays later, Luke with the ball rolling to his right, and he sees an opening, and he exploits it. Gets into the end zone for a North Central touchdown. Lakes tried to make a comeback, but couldn't as North Central wins this key matchup 34-22. Now, besides that game from last week, tons, and I mean tons, of our athletes in the UP was shining, folks. So let's check out our top 5 plays from week 5 in high school football. Coming in at number 5, Carl the Bus Peterson. One-handed catch and a 2-point conversion, and Gwen's lost to West Iron County. It may not seem like much. The 2-point conversion kept them in the game, and it was a great catch to even the play going. Nan, we're going to move on to number 4. You have Ian Grzinski with his best Megatronic impression, and he catches this with the Lake Linden Hubble with a when they beat them. To make this type of catch in the snow is big-time playmaker status against Lakeland and Hubble defense that's been pretty stout this season. Great play by Grzinski. Now, we're going to move along to number 3. Desmond Mullen, looking like the late, great Sean Taylor, put in a big hit on Brian Mackey. This was one of the best tackles I've seen all season. Knocks the ball out and helps his team to a good win, defeating a tough Eski squad. And at number 2, Carter Meyer showing that linemen, they can get the job done too. This interception on Lakeland and Hubble put North Central up early. Plus, it's very rare to see the D lineman get picked, especially when you're in the frozen tundra of the weather. But now we're going to move to the top play. Goes to running back Dryden Nelson with the Burners and Calumet's 34-18 win against Hancock. Nelson's run game was fantastic, and it helped them with this big win over the Hancock Bulldogs.